Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today we are diving into a subject that touches every single one of us at some point in life. How to recognize bad people. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't about labeling or judging others unfairly. Instead, it's about protecting yourself, your energy, and your peace in a world that often doesn't make it easy. Whether it's in your personal relationships, your workplace, or even casual encounters, knowing how to spot toxic individuals is essential if you want to live a happy, healthy, and empowered life. So we all meet people along our journey. Some inspire us, some challenge us, and some unfortunately drain us. What makes it tricky is that bad people don't always come with warning signs or obvious flags. They can be charming, persuasive, and sometimes even appear caring and supportive, but beneath the surface their actions can hurt you, hold you back, or leave you emotionally exhausted. The hardest part, often we don't see it until the damage has been done. That's why today we're focusing on awareness, the superpower that lets you protect yourself before you get caught up in unnecessary pain or drama. Awareness is your first line of defense. It teaches you when to say yes and, more importantly, when to say no. It strengthens your intuition so that you stop second-guessing your feelings and start trusting the voice inside you that says, "This isn't right." When you learn to recognize the signs of toxic behavior early on, you reclaim control over your life and your emotions. Now let's get something clear. Everyone has flaws. Nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes or has moments of bad judgment. This discussion isn't about condemning people for a single slip-up or a bad day. It's about recognizing repeated patterns, those recurring behaviors that keep bringing negativity, harm, or manipulation into your life. It's about seeing when someone consistently disrespects your boundaries, drains your energy, or manipulates your feelings. And here's an important truth. Bad people don't want to change. They're often comfortable in their toxic ways because it benefits them in some way, whether by controlling others, avoiding responsibility, or gaining attention. You can't fix them, and you certainly shouldn't waste your precious energy trying. Your focus must be on protecting yourself and preserving your peace. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, it's hard to get back. So you must be selective about who you allow into your life. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, uplift you, and respect your boundaries. People who encourage your growth, celebrate your successes, and support your dreams. These are the ones who add true value to your life and make your path lighter and brighter. Throughout this series, I will guide you through the most common signs that reveal a bad person. By learning to spot these signs early, you equip yourself with knowledge that becomes your shield, your guide, and your power. So if you've ever felt confused, hurt, or drained by someone you once trusted, this series is for you. Stay with me as we uncover these signs step by step. Because recognizing toxic people is not just about survival, it's about thriving, finding your peace, and building a life full of positivity and respect. You deserve nothing less than that. So let's get started. Introduction and awareness. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something incredibly important, something that can change the way you protect your peace, your energy, and your future. The topic is bad people have these signs. This isn't just about labeling others or being negative. It's about gaining the awareness that helps you avoid unnecessary pain and frustration. It's about learning to recognize the warning signals so you can keep toxic energy far away from your life. Life is a journey filled with people. Some come as teachers, some as friends, some as motivators, and unfortunately, some as obstacles. These bad people aren't always obvious at first. They don't wear a sign on their forehead saying, "I'm toxic." No, they can be charming, persuasive, and sometimes even seem like your closest ally. But deep down, their presence can cause damage, hold you back, or drain your energy. And when that happens, your mental and emotional health suffers. So how do you protect yourself? How do you spot these people before they pull you into their drama or negativity? That's what we're going to uncover today. Because when you know the signs, you don't just survive, you thrive. The first step is awareness. When you're aware, you stop giving your time and energy to those who don't deserve it. You stop apologizing for standing up for yourself. You stop doubting your intuition. You begin to trust your feelings and understand that sometimes the people around you aren't helping you grow, they're holding you down. It is important to remember that everyone has flaws. No one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes. This isn't about judging or condemning people for a bad day or a bad choice. It's about recognizing patterns. It's about seeing when someone repeatedly brings negativity, toxicity, or harm into your life. And here's the truth many people overlook. Bad people don't want to change. They are comfortable in their toxic behaviors because it benefits them in some way. Whether it's controlling others, getting attention, or avoiding responsibility. This means you can't fix them, you can't change them, and you shouldn't waste your energy trying. Your energy is precious, and once spent, it's hard to get back. That's why you must be selective about who you allow close to you. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who inspire you to be better, who support your dreams and respect your boundaries. These are the people who add value to your life, who make your journey lighter and brighter. Throughout this video series, I will walk you through the most common signs that reveal a bad person, so you can spot them quickly and protect yourself before it's too late. This knowledge will be your shield, your guide, and your power. So if you've ever felt confused, drained, or hurt by someone you thought you could trust, this video is for you. Stay tuned, because recognizing these signs is the first step toward freedom, peace, and true happiness. Remember, you deserve to live a life surrounded by love, positivity, and respect. No one has the right to steal your joy or your peace. Together, we're going to learn how to spot the signs, take control of our energy, and rise above toxicity. Let's get started. Signs of manipulation. Now that we've talked about why it's important to recognize bad people, let's dive deeper into one of the most common and damaging traits they share. Manipulation. Manipulation is a silent weapon. It's subtle, sneaky, and often hard to detect until you're already caught in the web. But once you learn to recognize the signs, you can protect yourself and walk away before they control your thoughts, feelings, or actions. The manipulation isn't just about someone trying to get what they want. It's about controlling your reality, making you doubt yourself, and bending your will to fit their needs. The manipulator's goal is to confuse you, wear you down, and make you question your own judgment. This is toxic behavior at its worst, and it's one of the biggest red flags you need to watch out for. One of the biggest signs of manipulation is gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own memories, perceptions, or feelings. Imagine telling someone how their actions hurt you, and instead of understanding or apologizing, they twist the story and make you feel like you're overreacting or imagining things. They might say, "You're too sensitive," or "That never happened." It's a dangerous tactic because it breaks down your confidence and makes you rely on them for the truth. Another common manipulative behavior is playing the victim. Bad people often flip the script to make themselves the victim, even when they're the ones causing harm. They want you to feel guilty or responsible for their problems, so you end up apologizing or giving in just to keep the peace. If you notice someone constantly blaming others, refusing to take responsibility, or acting like the world is against them, be cautious. This is a classic way to manipulate your emotions and keep control. Manipulators also use emotional blackmail. They'll threaten to withdraw love, support, or friendship if you don't comply with their wishes. It might sound like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this," or "I'll be so hurt if you don't." These statements are designed to trap you and make you feel guilty for standing your ground. True relationships don't rely on threats or guilt trips. They are built on mutual respect and understanding. Watch out for people who constantly twist your words or distort conversations. If you say something simple and they respond with an exaggerated or distorted version, it's a manipulation tactic. They want to confuse you or trap you into arguing so you lose focus on what really matters. It's a way to control the narrative and make you feel like you're always in the wrong. Manipulators are also experts at diversion. When confronted with their bad behavior, they change the subject, bring up unrelated issues, or attack you personally. This deflection keeps you off balance and stops you from holding them accountable. If you notice someone dodging responsibility and always turning the focus back on you, that's a huge red flag. The key to protecting yourself from manipulation is to trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do you feel drained, confused, or anxious? That's your inner voice warning you that manipulation might be at play. Remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Setting boundaries with manipulative people isn't selfish. It's necessary for your well-being. Learn to say no, walk away, and surround yourself with people who honor your feelings and respect your truth. In the next part, we'll explore another common sign of bad people, how they consistently disrespect boundaries, and why you must never tolerate that. Stay strong and stay aware. Your peace is worth protecting. Disrespecting boundaries. Continuing from what we discussed earlier about manipulation, another major sign of bad people is their blatant disrespect for your boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They are your personal space. What you are comfortable with, what you accept, and what you refuse to tolerate. When someone consistently crosses these lines, it's a clear sign they don't respect you or your value. People who disrespect boundaries often don't care about your feelings or your limits. They might ignore your requests, push you to do things you're uncomfortable with, or invade your privacy without remorse. This is not a simple mistake or momentary lapse. It's a pattern of behavior designed to control, manipulate, or take advantage of you. One way bad people disrespect boundaries is by ignoring your no. You tell them clearly that something isn't okay for you. Maybe it's a favor you don't want to do, a personal topic you don't want to discuss, or physical space you want to keep private. Instead of honoring that no, they pressure you, guilt trip you, or outright dismiss your feelings. This is toxic behavior. Your no is not an invitation to argue or negotiate. It's a clear message that should be respected. Another sign is constant intrusion. Bad people will invade your personal space or pry into your private life without permission. They might read your messages, ask invasive questions, or show up uninvited. This behavior isn't about curiosity, it's about control and disrespect. Healthy relationships are built on trust and respect for privacy, not spying or snooping. Bad people will also try to push your emotional boundaries. They might say hurtful things under the guise of just being honest or joking. They dismiss your feelings, belittle your concerns, or make fun of your vulnerabilities. Emotional abuse like this chips away at your confidence and makes you question your worth. No one has the right to tear you down or make you feel small. Sometimes, people who disrespect boundaries will use your kindness against you. They test how much you'll tolerate, asking for favors, time, or emotional energy far beyond what you're willing to give. When you try to set limits, they act offended or accuse you of being selfish. Remember, setting boundaries is not selfish, it's self-care. A key to identifying bad people is noticing if they repeatedly break your boundaries, even after you've communicated them clearly. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes, but bad people don't change or respect your limits. Instead, they push harder and try to wear you down. If you find yourself constantly feeling drained, anxious, or disrespected around someone, it's time to evaluate the relationship. Boundaries are there to protect your peace, and you must protect them fiercely. When someone disrespects your boundaries, they're telling you they don't value your well-being. That's a message you should never ignore. It's okay to walk away from people who don't respect your boundaries, no matter how close they are to you. Your peace and mental health come first. Surround yourself with people who honor your limits, who listen when you say no, and who treat your feelings with kindness. In the next part, we'll talk about how bad people often show lack of empathy and why recognizing this sign is crucial for your emotional safety. Stay alert, protect your boundaries, you deserve respect and kindness. Lack of empathy. As we move forward in understanding the signs of bad people, one of the most telling and damaging traits is their lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's the foundation of compassion, kindness, and meaningful human connection. When someone lacks empathy, they are unable or unwilling to truly care about how their actions affect others. This absence creates a cold and dangerous environment for anyone involved. Bad people who lack empathy tend to be self-centered and indifferent to the pain or struggles of those around them. They rarely, if ever, consider how their words or actions might hurt someone else. For them, the world revolves around their own needs, desires, and agenda. They see other people as tools, obstacles, or pawns, not as individuals with feelings and rights. One common way lack of empathy shows up is through insensitivity. Imagine sharing a personal problem or vulnerability with someone, hoping for support or understanding, only to be met with indifference, sarcasm, or even ridicule. That's a clear sign the person isn't capable of putting themselves in your shoes. They don't care about your emotions or your pain. Their focus is always on themselves. Bad people might also exploit others' emotions to get what they want. Without empathy, they don't hesitate to manipulate your feelings, guilt you, or provoke emotional reactions to serve their interests. They can be very skilled at disguising their intentions, pretending to care when it benefits them, but their actions always reveal the truth. Genuine empathy means feeling for others consistently, not just when it's convenient. Another critical sign of a lack of empathy is a total disregard for consequences. When these individuals hurt someone, whether emotionally, physically, or mentally, they rarely show remorse or regret. They won't apologize sincerely or make amends. Instead, they may blame the victim, deny responsibility, or act as if nothing happened. This behavior can leave you confused and doubting your own experience. A bad person's lack of empathy also means they often have no patience for others' struggles or mistakes. They expect people to be perfect or to meet their demands without question. When others fail or show weakness, these people respond with cruelty, judgment, or outright hostility. They don't see failures as opportunities for growth or compassion. They see them as weaknesses to exploit or punish. It's important to remember that empathy is not just about feeling sorry for someone. It's about genuinely connecting and caring, even when it's difficult. Empathy helps build trust, respect, and healthy relationships. When you meet someone who consistently lacks empathy, it's a red flag that their presence in your life might be harmful. You notice a pattern where someone ignores your feelings, dismisses your pain, or takes advantage of your kindness without ever offering genuine support in return. You're likely dealing with a person who lacks empathy. Protect yourself by setting clear emotional boundaries and limiting how much you invest in that relationship. Surround yourself with people who listen, who care deeply, and who offer support without judgment. Your emotional health depends on being around those who understand and respect your feelings. In the next part, we will explore how bad people often use constant negativity and criticism to break others down and why recognizing this pattern is key to maintaining your self-worth. Stay strong, protect your heart. You deserve empathy and kindness, constant negativity and criticism. Continuing our deep dive into the signs of bad people, another key trait to watch out for is their constant negativity and criticism. This behavior goes beyond just occasional complaints or honest feedback. Bad people use negativity as a weapon to control, to tear down, and to drain the energy of those around them. People who constantly criticize tend to be toxic for your mental and emotional health. Instead of lifting others up or offering constructive guidance, they find fault in everything. No achievement is ever good enough. No effort is ever enough. They fixate on flaws, mistakes, and shortcomings, often exaggerating them to make you feel small, unworthy, or incapable. One thing to understand is that constant negativity often stems from their own insecurities and unhappiness. Bad people frequently project their inner struggles onto others. They try to bring you down to their level because they cannot bear to see others succeed or be happy. Their criticism isn't about helping you grow. It's about feeding their need for control or superiority. When you're around someone who habitually criticizes, you might feel like you're walking on eggshells. Every word you say or action you take seems to be under a microscope, judged harshly or dismissed outright. This can chip away at your confidence over time, leaving you second-guessing yourself, anxious and unsure of your own worth. It's important to recognize the difference between constructive criticism and constant, baseless negativity. Constructive criticism comes from a place of care and a desire to help you improve. It's balanced, specific, and delivered respectfully. Constant negativity, on the other hand, is relentless, unfair, and often personal. It's not meant to help but to hurt. Bad people may also use negativity to manipulate your emotions. By constantly criticizing, they can make you feel guilty or ashamed, which makes you more likely to comply with their demands or stay silent about their bad behavior. They use negativity to keep you off balance and dependent on their approval. Another damaging aspect of this behavior is how it affects your overall outlook on life. Being around someone who only focuses on the negative can cloud your perspective. You may start seeing the world through their pessimistic lens, which can lead to increased stress, depression, and a loss of motivation. But if you notice that someone in your life never has a kind word to say, always finds problems instead of solutions, and drains your energy with their constant complaining and criticism, it's a strong sign they may be a bad influence on your mental health. The good news is you have the power to protect yourself. Set boundaries by limiting your exposure to their negativity. Don't engage in arguments or try to defend yourself constantly. Their goal is to provoke and wear you down. Focus on surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people who encourage your growth and celebrate your successes. Remember, your time and energy are valuable. Don't waste them on people who only bring you down. You deserve relationships that inspire confidence, joy, and peace. In the final part of this series, we will reveal how bad people often display hypocrisy and double standards and why recognizing this helps you break free from their toxic cycle. Stay aware, stay strong, and keep protecting your peace. Hypocrisy and double standards. As we reach the final part of this series, it's crucial to understand one of the most frustrating and revealing signs of bad people: hypocrisy and double standards. This trait can shake your trust to its core and make you question your own judgment, but recognizing it is a powerful step toward protecting yourself from toxicity. Hypocrisy means saying one thing and doing another, preaching values or standards that they themselves do not follow. Double standards mean they hold others to rules they refuse to obey. Bad people often live by these twisted principles to manipulate others and shield themselves from accountability. For example, a toxic person might criticize you for being late or making mistakes, but rarely admit to their own faults or failures. They expect loyalty, honesty, and respect from you, but are quick to betray, lie, or disrespect you. When confronted, they twist the narrative, blame you, or act like the victim. All classic signs of bad people trying to avoid responsibility. This kind of behavior is designed to confuse and destabilize you. When someone consistently behaves hypocritically, it's hard to know what to believe. Their words don't match their actions, so you're left second-guessing everything they say. This constant inconsistency is emotionally exhausting and damaging to your sense of reality. Bad people use double standards to maintain control and superiority. By demanding behaviors or attitudes from others that they refuse to uphold themselves, they create a sense of unfairness that keeps you off balance. They might insist you forgive their mistakes quickly, but hold grudges against you for much smaller issues. They might criticize your choices while excusing their own poor decisions. This imbalance often makes you feel powerless or guilty, as if you're the one who's always wrong or not doing enough. But the truth is, the problem lies with the person applying these double standards, not with you. Recognizing this is vital for your emotional health. Another reason bad people use hypocrisy and double standards is to avoid growth and self-reflection. Admitting mistakes requires humility and accountability, qualities bad people usually lack. Instead, they deflect blame, make excuses, or turn the focus onto others. This behavior keeps them from facing their own flaws and stops them from changing for the better. When you encounter hypocrisy, it's a red flag to step back and evaluate the relationship. Are you constantly bending over backward to meet someone's unrealistic expectations? Are you sacrificing your peace to maintain a connection that's one-sided? These are signs it might be time to reconsider the role this person plays in your life. Dealing with hypocrisy isn't easy, especially if the person is close to you, but protecting yourself means setting clear boundaries. You don't have to accept unfair treatment or tolerate someone's double standards. Stand firm in your values and don't allow others to manipulate or gaslight you. Surround yourself with people who practice what they preach, those who demonstrate integrity, consistency, and respect. These are the relationships that build you up instead of tearing you down. In conclusion, Recognizing the signs of bad people, from their manipulative words, lack of empathy and constant criticism, to their hypocrisy and double standards, is key to maintaining your emotional freedom. Awareness is your first step toward breaking free from toxic influences and creating space for positive, supportive connections. Remember, your peace, happiness, and self-worth matter. Don't let anyone's bad behavior dim your light or control your life. You deserve better. Thank you for watching this series. Stay strong, stay aware, and always protect your peace. As we come to the close of this important discussion, it's vital to remember the power that awareness gives you. Recognizing the signs of bad people, the manipulators, the boundary crossers, the ones who lack empathy and thrive on negativity is not about becoming cynical or closed off. It's about protecting your most valuable asset, your peace. It's about taking control of your life so that your energy is spent on growth, joy, and relationships that nurture your soul. You've learned that bad people often hide behind charm or false kindness. They manipulate reality, disrespect your boundaries, disregard your feelings, and use criticism as a way to tear you down. These are not traits of people who want to help you thrive. They are warning signs, flashing signals telling you to step back, to protect yourself, and to prioritize your well-being. It's also crucial to understand that you cannot change these people, and you shouldn't waste your precious time and energy trying to. The responsibility to protect yourself lies with you. Your intuition is your best guide. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Trust it. Set your boundaries firmly, without guilt or apology. Remember, saying no is not selfish, it's an act of self-love. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher, people who respect your limits, celebrate your victories, and stand by you in difficult times. When you cultivate an environment filled with respect, empathy, and positivity, you create a safe space for your mind and heart to flourish. Life is too short to live weighed down by toxic influences. Every day you spend around bad people drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and dims your light. But when you choose to walk away, when you choose peace over chaos, you open the door to healing, growth, and true happiness. Remember, protecting your peace is not a one-time decision, it's a continuous practice. It means staying alert, listening to your inner voice, and being brave enough to make tough choices for your well-being. It means understanding that your mental and emotional health are priorities, not negotiable luxuries. As you go forward from this video, carry this truth with you. You deserve respect, you deserve kindness, you deserve relationships that build you up, not tear you down. You deserve to live a life free from manipulation, disrespect, and constant negativity. So take this knowledge, this awareness, and make it your shield. Walk confidently in your power, knowing that you have the strength to protect your peace and the wisdom to choose who belongs in your life. Thank you for being here today, for investing in yourself, and for committing to a life where your energy is guarded and your spirit shines brightly. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content that helps you live your best life. Stay strong, stay aware, and above all, stay true to yourself. Your peace is priceless. Never settle for anything less.